All right, so day one of actual complete self-isolation in my own home. I was exposed to COVID on Monday and I am symptomatic of something. So I have low-grade fever. I've been really tired. I went to bed at 7 p.m. on Tuesday when I normally cannot fall asleep until after midnight because of my insomnia. And I've had a headache. I felt like achy and just felt off. Just felt kind of weird. So if I don't have COVID, I think I have something else. But yes, I was exposed on Monday to someone who has a positive COVID test, and I had limited exposure to my mom on Tuesday. We did share a car, but I just want to be super careful. And also cats can get COVID. And so I am not hanging out with my cats at all, which is not feeling good. Detrimental to my mental health. I took a test last night. It was expired, but it was negative. So my mom went out and got some new tests today. So I'll take another test later and we'll see. But definitely very scary because my doctor at some point has said, like, if you get COVID, you die. To my mom and I. We are not protected against COVID from the vaccine. We both tried to get quarter doses of the vaccine. I reacted to it immediately. I've gotten dysautonomia from it. I have a COVID injury. My mom also has a COVID injury, different symptoms, but a lot of increased fatigue and stuff like that. So neither of us are protected from COVID and we are immunocompromised. And it is just very scary to, when you go out, put your life in other people's hands. And yeah, it's just tough. So this is day one of isolation. I have just been in my room, in bed for some of it, on my beanbag chair for some of it, trying to keep myself sane. I napped for a while, which also is very unlike me. I usually cannot fall asleep unless I'm exhausted. So I'm definitely tired. Yeah, thankfully I don't have to go out anywhere. I think maybe I have PT in like a week, my next PT appointment, because they couldn't get me in any sooner because they were full. So I'm just going to huddle down. I was supposed to see my dad tonight, but the person who was positive was with my dad, so he also could be contaminated. So I won't see him tonight. I'm supposed to see him this weekend, probably won't see him this weekend. So yeah, just here. And that's about it. So just trying to keep myself busy with watching shows. And it's so sad because baby keeps scratching at the door, crying for me to let her in. And I just, if I have COVID, I don't want to get her sick. And yeah, so it can be 10 days after exposure before you test positive for it, even though I'm already symptomatic. So I don't know. This is the first update for isolation. And I don't know if I'm going to isolate all 10 days or what, but I will keep you all updated. Wish me luck. All right, morning 2 of self-isolation. I have the mask frame lines on my face just because I was going through the house to get food for myself and stuff. So had to wear that mask, but had a fever of 99.9 last night before bed. And that was even on Tylenol, which is a fever reducer. And I did not sleep well. I felt very achy. My back really hurt. I was having like random shooting pains. Actually, I was having a lot of chest pain. I normally have chest pain from the dysautonomia from the COVID vaccine, but definitely having a lot of increased chest pain and almost like trouble breathing. Like it was almost like in my throat, there was like gunk. And so I'd have to do that and like continuously keep swallowing. I don't know what's going on. This is not COVID. I don't know what we have, but just a lot of symptoms. So, I mean, the back pain and some of the achiness could be from laying in bed all day because like this, I have a little beanbag chair here and that also hurts my back to sit on. And right now I'm basically sitting on the floor on 2 pillows and that really hurts my back. My whole body's all messed up. So yeah, so definitely like the seating arrangements in this room are not good for long term, but we are entering day 2 and we'll see. We'll see what happens. We tried 2 expired tests so far because we didn't have any new ones, and then my mom went out and got some new ones last night. So today we will try a new test that is not expired. So yeah, fingers crossed that everything is gonna be okay. So we'll see. All right, so I am just so tired. I just woke up and I'm exhausted already. I continue to have like a pressure headache that I've had for like 5 days now probably, and I'm just not sleeping well, which I think is from the injection medication for endometriosis, because I just haven't gotten any deep sleep since the injection. Yeah, it's just really hard sleeping because I have that increased chest pain, and I don't know if it's heartburn. My stomach has been incredibly bloated, and I don't know what is going on, but I know, COVID can attack your GI tract as well, but still testing negative on the test, so I just don't know. But my mom and I are really not feeling well. My dad was feeling worse yesterday, so I'm no longer isolating, since my mom is also not feeling well, isolating within my own house, or I guess quarantining within my own house, but I just don't feel good at all. So that is the current update. All right, so I'm here with baby. The cats have been all over me today. I am feeling a lot worse today. I wasn't necessarily feeling better, but I slept horribly last night. It's so hard to hold this up. I feel like my dysautonomia symptoms got a lot worse today. I feel like how I felt when I first got them from the COVID vaccine. The chest pain and chest pressure, really the chest pressure went like this today. I was sitting on the couch and just suddenly I was like, it is a lot harder to breathe. The elephant felt like it got a lot heavier on my chest, and it actually feels better if I'm leaning forward. I don't know why. No one knows why. So, that's really hard to just lean forward for extended periods of time. So I am just really struggling. Like I said, did not sleep well, so that probably irritated all of my symptoms as well. I just feel sick. You want to leave? Yeah. She's like, you're gonna talk to a camera? I'm out. I took nausea meds earlier because I was like, I could throw up right now, and it's just so much harder to breathe. Now I can lean forward because she's been on my lap for so long. Yeah, I can just breathe so much easier when I'm leaning forward. I don't know why. It's so weird. But I've just had a headache. My headache was so much worse again this morning. I did take a headache med for that, which it hasn't really been helping. And my low-grade fever continues. I don't know what it is that we have, but I think our last COVID test was Saturday with a new test that my mom got and was negative. So I don't know if we just don't have enough of a viral load. We're still really sick from it, but we just don't have a viral load enough to show up. I don't know. But my mom is still not feeling great too. But God, the headache, I don't know if it's a sinus headache or a pressure headache. I get so stuffy. I'm doing the neti pot twice a day because I can't breathe at night otherwise. And so that really sucks. My stomach's just been all messed up. I don't know, we're definitely sick from something, and if it's not COVID, I don't know what it is. It would make the most sense with COVID because I have pretty much the same symptoms as my dad, who actually hasn't also tested positive, but is directly exposed to the person who has the positive test. So it's all just really confusing, really weird. I don't feel like it's a good thing that I feel a lot worse today. I'm definitely concerned about that. And it's almost like if we had COVID, it would make sense that it would flare my dysautonomia symptoms, since those were from the COVID vaccine, which mimics a lot of COVID symptoms. So I don't know. The update is just, I don't know. And we contacted my doctor's office, and they're pretty much until you have a positive test, there's really nothing we can do. So I've just been doing the neti pot a bunch, resting. I have PT tomorrow. At this point, I don't feel good enough to go. We'll see. I also have my next endometriosis injection on Friday, and that doesn't feel like I feel up to doing it, but there's a certain amount of time that you have to do it in, and so I would need to do it on Friday. So there's just a lot. That's the current update. Don't know what will happen going forward, but send healing vibes.